Hi, I'm Andrew from nextmedia.com. Guys, I'm here with Young Statues. If you guys want to introduce yourselves, tell us what you do in the band, that'd be awesome.
Go ahead.
Hey, I'm Dan, I'm the drummer.
I'm Tom, I'm the bassist.
My name's Carmen, I sing and I play guitar.
Alright, so now that we know each other a little bit better, how has tour been going for you guys so far? You're about at the halfway point now, correct?
Yeah, it's a short tour, so it doesn't feel like a halfway point of a tour, but it's been a lot of fun so far. We've done some really awesome shows, some really big ones, and had family come to a bunch of them. So, yeah, I mean, as far as fun-wise, we're probably having the most fun we could.
That's fantastic.
We're out with a lot of cool people. Everybody on the store is super rad, so we're having a lot of good times.
Making a lot of new friends.
New BFFs.
Yeah, there we go.
It's awesome.
It's got to be rad to tour with early November, too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
awesome.
Middle school.
yeah, I'm from, we all grew up in New Jersey, and I used to go see them. I mean, I was telling Sergio the other day, I saw them open for the starting line once when I was in like 6th grade, and they brought their dads out before, and they had their instruments on, and they were like, hey, we're the early November. And then the guys walked out and took the guitars, and I was like, I always thought that was cool, and I've always remembered that. I don't go to a lot of shows, so they were one of the few bands that I've seen live.
I never
So,
knew that. That's cool.
yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So has reception for you guys been pretty good along the tour?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean,
It's been as good as we could ask for. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome to
It's amazing.
have tons of people come out early and like be there for, because we're playing like early sets as the opener. So seeing like the place almost full for the first band has been super encouraging. You know?
yeah.
So
Yeah, and it's nice, you know, we've seen some people that know the words to some of our songs and stuff, so that's always cool. And, you know, a lot of these people have never seen us before, so whenever anyone comes up to merch or finds one of us and tells us how much they enjoyed our set, or on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, it's always really good and really encouraging. So I'd say the response has been, yeah, like Dan said,
It's just been overwhelming almost.
as good as we could ask for, yeah.
That's awesome. What cities have been your favorite to play so far?
Tonight will be my favorite. Chicago's always a good time.
Yeah.
the first show was at Irving
Yeah.
Plaza in New York. Was amazing.
That was outrageous.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Toronto was cool too. Like I was.
Yeah.
Toronto was really cool. Yeah, I like the House of Blues in Cleveland just because it was the House
Yeah.
of Blues, and it was, you know, they treated you like really, really well, better than we're used to being treated. So that's always
I
a
mean,
plus.
every
Rochester was really fun too. And that's all the shows.
every single every
That's the thing. Every show's fun in its own realm. Every show's been different crowd-wise and just setup-wise. It's been cool. So.
That's awesome. All right, so now we're going to delve into the music portion of the interview a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Your songs bring a little bit more of a mellow feel than some of the other acts playing tonight. How does that? How has that affected your set at all? Do you like up the energy or?
Well, you know, you always try to cater to the environment that you're in, but I think on this tour, we've been encouraged by everyone, and we feel like the best thing we can do is just be ourselves. We played Bloodfest, and that was a bit more of a heavier setting. Yeah. So we kind of
We just brought fun.
Yeah, we kind of got a little more juiced up before we played, and everybody, and that was fun because everybody's doing it there. And but for this tour, you know, we're
not
happy
following anyone.
Yeah, we're happy to
So
be
we can kind of
ourselves.
just be who we are. We don't have to be like following like a heavy.
Exactly.
And I think we have enough of like the elements of all the other bands on this tour that it makes sense for anybody who's a fan of these other bands. You know, I think there's going to be something in our set every night that they'll take, you know, that they'll enjoy.
And hopefully, and hopefully there's something different that they hear in our set that they like too, the more mellow stuff. Yeah.
There's definitely a great blend. So you're kind of, especially on this tour in general, I think the lineup is one of the best I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, it's great.
Insane.
You get a really great mix of just about everything you could ask for.
Absolutely.
And also, like, you guys are obviously playing off the energy of the people in the crowd and how much fun everyone else is having too. So that definitely plays a key part.
Absolutely. We try to get them dancing before everybody else comes on. So yeah.
Speaking again of your tone and things, where do you guys draw from, and how does that kind of play a part in the way you write songs?
Well, we draw from a lot of stuff. I like a lot of old music. I like a lot of old pop music, like Fleetwood Mac. Obviously, I like the Beatles, but Fleetwood Mac's always a reference that I always go back to. And I like a lot of new music, a lot of alt country music. Ryan Adams is my favorite singer-songwriter of all time, and I don't think that will ever change. I love Neil Young. So I think we try to blend all that stuff together, at least in our own, and make it in our own way, you know?
All right, it totally makes sense. I mean, and obviously you're applying your own voice to that as well. But
yeah, somebody said the other day that they thought we were a love child of Band of Horses and Hanson.
Oh
and
my God.
I was like, okay, we sound like, if you think our music sounds like Band of Horses, I'm cool with that. And if you think I sing like I'm in Hanson, then I'm cool with that too. I can't complain. Those guys have pretty voices.
Absolutely. I actually saw Hanson 2 years ago, which was really interesting.
Yeah, they have beautiful voices,
They really
all
do.
three of them. I can't complain about that.
They really do. So I'm going to move a little bit forward into the music world in general here. Our scene in Chicago, especially with local shows and things, has died down quite a bit. Kids aren't showing up as much as they used to when I was younger. Has that affected you guys in Philly at all?
Yeah.
I think it's everywhere right now. I mean, it's just tough to put on a good show and
Philly,
expect, you know.
Yeah, Philly too has always particularly been tough for touring bands. Being from there, you know, you don't really experience what it's truly like. I mean, I've gone and seen my friends' bands play and been like, where's the crowd? You know, where's everybody? So Philly's always been tough.
A good thing happened in Philly though. I mean, there's a lot of cool venues, and there's definitely like something good brewing, and I feel like we see that in every city, but it's not like it used to be.
There's definitely like a generational gap too. I think there's like the older heads who are, you know, went to tons of shows and are starting to get burnt out by the live scene. And there's like a younger generation that's so
Fresh.
well, no, they're just so like ingrained in the internet that it's almost like people don't really care to come out to shows. Like they just don't really see it as being as much of an option, and a lot of musicians sort of cater to that.
So many people just watch the video of a show on
It's just
YouTube.
weird. Yeah, it's just kids are more interested in all the crap that goes along with it rather than just going to see the show. Well, no, I don't mean that in terms of everyone, but you know, I think that that contributes to it. Yeah.
So has that affected you guys at all, touring wise?
So far, sorry,
Really?
I
No,
don't let you finish, but so far all the touring we've done, we've been really lucky with. You know, this band's only a year old, and all the touring we've done so far, we can't really complain about. I think it's all been really great. So I expect to feel that. You can't not expect to feel it at some point. But so far we've been doing a lot of cool stuff. I will say that there was a short run that we did with a band called Now in the fall, and I definitely think that there should have been a lot more people at those shows because they're an amazing band, and the record hadn't come out to that point yet, but I still expected to see more people there. But otherwise, no complaints. It's been amazing.
That's
Everyone's
great
been
to
awesome.
hear. That's really great to hear. So we already touched on the internet being a really huge factor. Do you think that's the main reason why things seem to be slowing down a bit? Just because it's so accessible from your couch at home?
Yeah, I think that everything is more accessible now. So there's a million things to choose from, and there's a million bands that you can download, their records online, and you don't have to ever, go to see them live. And there's less of a like kids give bands less of a chance nowadays. You download an album, you listen to it one time, you don't like it. It's like, okay, done with that, download the next one. Whereas previously, not every band was putting out a record. So you heard something, and if you didn't like it at first, maybe the second, third time you fell in love with it. For me, that's happened before with bands. I've heard songs that I didn't like, and after giving it another chance,
It's like my favorite albums.
yeah. So I think that's part of it. That everything's way more accessible, and there's way more stuff out there that it's hard to sift through it, and people aren't forced to sit with something and give it the proper amount of time that it deserves. With anything, not only just music. I think the internet does that to all aspects of life.
Oh yeah, it's a blessing and a curse, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
You can access and get information that you want or need, but at the same time, you're going to push things aside even faster than you could before. Whereas,
Exactly.
You have to buy a record back in the day. you have to listen to it.
Exactly.
You don't have more money to buy another one.
Exactly.
I'm watching a cool documentary right now. It's based all about that. It's called Press Play Pause or something like that, and it's just all about this exact thing we're talking about.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. So moving a little bit more forward, what is one thing in this world besides music that you guys need to survive? Like, besides being on tour or whatever.
Coffee.
Good choice.
I like that one.
The beach and the ocean, definitely.
I would say my family, probably.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to have. I have a really big family and a lot of cousins that are close in age to me, and it's, you know, it's really nice to know that I'll always have them in my life, and they're very supportive of us, and vice versa. So I'd probably say my family.
It's fantastic. I like that answer.
I know
like
that's
the
like
coffee.
is that like a sappy cliche answer?
No, it's,
Cliches.
No, but it makes everything else
Hey,
look
A lot of them are. A lot of them.
I'm like, man, I said the beach.
A lot of them are jerks. A lot of them are
Sorry,
jerks. A lot of them are jerks,
Sorry,
and they
Mom.
like to mess with me, but I still love them. So.
Absolutely. I like the coffee answer though
I
too.
mean,
I'm
yeah.
a huge fan.
Oh yeah, dude. My Starbucks rewards card. I'm going crazy with that thing.
Yeah.
I think we're all lucky though, family-wise, because we all have good families that support us. And
You can't do this
We
unless
all,
you have a supportive
we all are
family.
still close to home too. Like none of us moved far away to be in the same.
Yeah.
So we're all pretty close to home.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Excellent. All right. So lastly, what can we expect next from you guys in the near future?
Well, release-wise,
Anything wise? Are you writing? Are you touring more?
we're always working on songs. I mean, we're always messing with that aspect of things. We don't really have a clear set plan for what we're going to release. We're working on music, and we're going to start recording, and we're still doing some shows. We have a fall tour that we're putting together. We're not really sure about that either, but just the same thing. We want to have something out in the form of either a 7-inch or an EP by around the fall time. So you can expect that, and you know, just touring and playing and doing everything we can.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for taking
Thank
the time
you.
to sit down with us. It's been great.
Thank you.